I set myself the challenge to watch every single episode of Doctor Who ever made, from 1963 right up until the modern era, and do it all in 1 year. So far we are this far through the 4th Doctor's era, and this far through the show overall. We're in season 17. Kicking off the season, the Doctor has moved on from deciding what Romana should be called, and now seeks to control how she looks. She rebels by deciding to look like Princess Astra, a real person that they knew who did not give permission for her likeness to be used. With that little bit of recasting out of the way, the rest of this serial deals with the conflict between the Daleks and the Movellans. The two factions have been fighting for some time without ever actually fighting. Since both sides are controlled entirely by robots, neither side is able to take any action that leaves them at a disadvantage. Actually, the Daleks aren't robots. The Daleks are just mutants that operate these tank things. They're genetically engineered to hate everything. They have no original thought. They just do what they were programmed to do. Maybe the Daleks are robots. What is a robot? Am I a robot? The Doctor and Romana land in Le City de la Mort, where Count Scarleone, secretly Donovan from the Last Crusade, is seeking to steal the Mona Lisa so that he can wipe the entirety of human existence from history. And if you think that's some weird logic, you're right. This story is bonkers. The day is saved when an English detective working in France in the 1970s punches a Cyclops at the dawn of time. The creature from the pit sees the Doctor sacrificed to the titular creature, and he's just so unhappy about it. Hello. Hey kids, drugs are bad. 1 second you're getting high, the next thing you know you're crashing 2 spaceships together and grinding up some aliens that you've smuggled in a high-tech slideshow. The key with these after-school specials is to be relatable. This story is Theseus and the Minotaur in space. Didn't we already do Jason and the Argonauts in space? Fine. This one gets a pass, but only because Soldeed is so damn funny. He's behind you! Nothing beats the death scene though. So I really wanted to show the entirety of Soldeed's death scene in this video because it's fantastic. But as I go to upload this the night before I'm due to publish it, I've found that YouTube's copyright protection system would mean that if I tried to include it, no one would be able to see the video at all. So in lieu of that, I'm going to try and give my own reconstruction representation of what happens. So Soldeed says, clutching his face melodramatically, "My dreams of conquest, you have brought this calamity upon me." Romana says, "You've brought it on yourself." Soldeed says, "You will die for your interference." Soldeed runs through to the nuclear furnace and pulls the lever. "Stop him," Romana shouts. Seth shoots Soldeed as the alarm starts to sound. Soldeed says, "You fools, you are all doomed. Doomed." Soldeed dies with a manic laugh. I'm not doing it justice. You should go see it. It's very good. Hey, bonus story. So this was intended to be the series finale, but due to a strike it was never actually completed, but several attempts have been made over the years. There was a 1989 fan-made novelization. There's a 1992 VHS release with newly filmed linking sections. In 2003, they tried to redo the whole thing as a webcast. In 2012, there was an official novelization. And then in 2017, there was an animated reconstruction, which was then recut in 2021. And this is not even counting the fact that the original writer, Douglas Adams, lifted a load of elements from this story and used them in his book Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. The actual story of this serial revolves around the Doctor and Romana visiting Professor Chronotis, a Time Lord friend of the Doctor's who's retired and is living as a professor at St. Sed's College in Cambridge on Earth. The professor had stolen a book from the Time Lord archives, which leads the way to the Time Lord prison planet of Shada. And now an alien called Skagra is trying to track down the book so that he can find Shada and release the Time Lord's prisoners. The Doctor is forced to track down Skagra and retrieve the book while rapidly changing between being himself in live action and himself in animation, but sounding really old and tired. And then at one point at the end, terrifyingly, suddenly aging 40 years for no readily apparent reason. That's it for Season 17. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you for Season 18.